What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here. We are finally going to be talking about Godzilla versus Kong. We are finally here. The day's among us. I literally just got done watching it, and I want to go ahead and first tell you guys that I am going to be bringing different spoilers up into this video. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled, I do recommend you guys click off the video immediately because we will be getting spoiler territory. Now, if you guys, I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you guys want to see a movie that has to deal with more development of characters and things of that nature, then you probably shouldn't be watching Godzilla versus Kong. You need to be watching something else, because this is pretty much the way I am just going to go ahead and say this is pretty much more of a monster movie finally, but it does have some parts where it does get a little boring. Now, the entirety of this story, obviously it's not that hard to follow, but the entirety of this story is where Godzilla is attacking facilities that is owned by Apex. Obviously, we have different characters that are trying to figure out why Godzilla is attacking, because he's just doing it. And the character that we saw in Godzilla King of the Monsters, one of the doctors, obviously he's like, oh well, he's doing it, because he's changed. And it's like, no. And we have, of course, the one that playing the daughter, of course, which is very interesting, where she says no, he only does it when he's provoked. And obviously there is a podcaster that's been going undercover that has been trying to figure out why Godzilla is doing what he's doing, obviously Bernie Hayes. And so we kind of have like this thing where between Bernie Hayes, we got this other character named Josh, who's played by Julian Denson. Now, also we have one of the other actors / actresses who, of course, we have, of course, Couch Mark Russell, who is the leader, I guess, for Monarch, and he pretty much has been, his daughter pretty much goes out on her own to figure out what is going on. And then we have, of course, Alexander Skarsgård character, who did work with Monarch, but then gets hired by Apex, who is played by Nathan Lind. Or Alexander Skarsgård playing Nathan Lind, a author who just lost his job, and then about the Hollow Earth. And basically the entire of this story is they want to use that power that is hidden in Hollow Earth to use it, to have Kong use it, because Kong has now been on Kong Skull Island in a secluded area, because obviously they're trying to keep him away from Godzilla. Because we have where Millie Bobby Brown is basically, she is very worried that, of course, we will be not her character, what we did see in the movie, of that she knows that Godzilla's not doing anything, to basically just getting provoked. And we see where Eileen, who is the played by Rebecca Hall, she is on the island, and she's basically stating that there is a reason why they're keeping Kong and stored. And what we do see throughout the film is they want to take Kong, have him go all the way to Antarctica, and have them basically lead to get into the Hollow Earth, so that way they could get into the power. Now, we do have where Walter Simmons, who is the leader of Apex, has his daughter played by Eza Gonzalez, great actress. Love seeing her in From Dusk to Dawn, playing as Maya Simmons. She goes with the I would say Salvation team, goes in there and tries to get the power. Now, the main thing about this is there was most characters, that's pretty much what they're doing. They're basically just using both monsters so that way they could power up Mechagodzilla, obviously. So if you guys don't know if Mechagodzilla is in the movie, obviously you know now. Obviously there's some spoilers out there. They show the toys way before the movie came out, so it's out there. Overall, this movie was very action-packed. The CGI was very good, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, they did do a Superman versus Batman type of feel. They really did. They did a lot of build-up to each of the fight scenes, like the first fight scene with Godzilla going against Kong on the aircraft carriers, where the fight obviously goes to Godzilla, and then the second fight in Hong Kong between Kong and Godzilla goes to Kong in the first, and then it goes into Godzilla, and that's when Mechagodzilla comes in, and then Godzilla gets wrecked, and of course Kong has to come back to life and help Godzilla, and they both win, and then they part ways at the very end. Now, Again, there's not a whole lot of depth in this movie. It's pretty much cut and clear that they use King Ghidorah's brain slash biometrics to create Mechagodzilla. Now, what really bothered me, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this now, I am not a fan of of Julian Dennison by no means. I don't think he's that good of an actor. He got to say the line of Mechagodzilla, and I'm like, dude, what is this kid doing in here? He really had no reason to be in this movie. His character had no meaning. The only thing he really did was at the very end of the movie basically state that he basically grabbed Bernie Haynes' liquor and just put it into the system. Anyone could have done that, and that basically short-circuited the Mechagodzilla mainframe to basically, I guess, give Kong enough time after Godzilla blew his breath onto Kong's hatchet to basically start, wrecking it. And that's pretty much what was going on. And then we also see with this little girl, because obviously throughout the entire movie, they're trying to make you feel for Kong because he's away from home. He's trying to find his family, and you can find out he can sign language from the little girl. So obviously you're wondering, like, okay, in the entirety of this movie, what exactly is the premises? Like they're wanting to have you look like Godzilla is the enemy when he's not. He's basically trying to prevent any kind of King Ghidorah to come back, as well as also trying to make sure that anyone, because humanity is really the enemy here, and they're basically just pinning Godzilla and Kong versus against each other just to pretty much use them so they could become the apex predator, no point intended, once again. And that's the main reason why they are doing this. They don't care about Kong, they don't care about Godzilla. They're thinking Godzilla is a threat. Obviously that's the reason why Apex did what they did. So, but Kong is extremely bigger. He does kind of measure up a little bit with Godzilla. The fight scenes overall was very CGI. It was very good. Again, the characters really don't. Honestly, I didn't care about any of the human characters. I really didn't. I think the best two actors in this film was probably Alexander Skarsgård as well as Eliza, that played as, of course, Simmons' daughter. I think those were the two best ones because they really are veterans when it comes to being on screen. Of course, Alexander Skarsgård pretty much is the lead actor in this movie, and he did a good job. He's normally one of those actors that really goes in like a very crazy, positive, charismatic type of role, but this one, he was very laid back. He was very kind of goofy and just trying to understand the world of these monsters and wanting to know more about them. Now, going into the Hollow Earth scene, which I was very excited to see, but at the same time I was disappointed because we did see more of Kong's species being dead in this war that went on, and we also don't know if this was the war between Godzilla's species, or we also do not know that of how they died. Obviously, somehow they got out, went on to Skull Island, and when the crawlers went on there, that's how pretty much they just became to be, and that's how they killed Kong's parents, and that's how Kong was born. Obviously, there was a comic about it, but it really does not go into more detail about exactly what happened during this war. Maybe they'll go further into it, whether it be into a comic, whether it be into another movie, but the main premise of this movie is pretty much seeing where Kong comes from at the very end of the film. He is now in Hollow Earth. He's in Hollow Earth. He is the king in Hollow Earth. There's really no monsters there other than some flying, I would say, almost kind of remind me of just a mix between skull crawlers as well as also, I would say, pterodactyls in a way, but mixed. And other than that, that's about it. There are smaller creatures that kind of remind you of a very small Godzilla, but that's about it. Now, where can this go from here? It could go in a lot of different directions. As of right now, Kong is in Hollow Earth. We have Godzilla that still remains on Earth. He is still very territorial over, I guess, the entire planet because he considers himself the head of the Titans. He considers himself head of the Kaiju. So I think that's why Kong went to Hollow Earth again, because that's pretty much where his ancestors were, and I guess that is where he considers himself to be the new king of that world. And of course, Godzilla is king of Earth, so I guess they both have, okay, you can stay on, I'll stay here, you go there, I'll stay here, I'll go there, you stay here. So that's pretty much where the very end of the movie goes. Now, overall, they, like I said, they did do a Superman versus Batman type of thing, bringing, you know, two major beings to clash, and then having them just fight each other, and then at the very end come together to fight one threat, which in a movie is good, but at the same time it gets very predictable on what's going to happen. But a lot of these characters you really don't seem to care about, and at the same time they're very lacking. You really don't want to care about them. You just want to see the fights, and you want to see more about the origin or the possibility origins, and more about these two crazy characters, which of course Godzilla and Kong. Now, overall, how I rank this movie, 1 out of 10, I give it. I I like it. It's one of those, I miss between I like it and love it, but I also don't hate it. There's things about this where I can ignore. There was a few scenes where it's like, all right, come on, let's move on. Overall, like I said, I did enjoy the movie. If you guys want to go see it, go see it. It is worth it. It is a lead up to, I guess, you know, like I said, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters. All those movies lead up to this one. Did you guys watch it? It is out on HBO Max. I was able to watch it online. Let me know what you guys think. It is out on theaters as well, but let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. You guys enjoy Godzilla vs. Kong. This is going to be dropping tomorrow on Thursday morning. Recorded now on Wednesday afternoon. But let me know what you guys think about it overall. Did you guys enjoy the movie? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys love it? What team are you on? Me personally, I am more of a Godzilla fan than I am a Kong fan. But either way, I do enjoy both set of films. But either way, let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed, leave a big fat like on the video. If you guys enjoyed, also click the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I upload a video. And as always, I'll be seeing you guys on the very next video.